Well, evening, Dan. How you doing, buddy?
We made another week, buddy.
We did, and I have to say, it might have something to do with it, but typically a minute and 50 seconds into our lives that we do the Power Hour every Wednesday, we usually don't have 20 people watching. Do you think maybe this has something to do with the Kayak Bass Canada community?
I'm hoping so. I mean, if not, it'd be kind of strange if it wasn't.
How you been, pal?
I've been good. Been busy. Getting ready. I leave tomorrow's my last day to prep for the championship, so I leave Friday. So,
Right on.
I'm excited for that and ready to go.
That's awesome, and I'm excited for you because have you fished on the American side before? Or is this your first time?
I fished in the U.S. before, yeah.
Okay, so you've done this before. I'm excited.
I'm actually registered for the Walleye Masters as well, and I fished on a Walleye Masters event before, so not my first time. They're big events, they're fun. I'm looking forward to it, so I'm pretty pumped.
Right on. Well, as I said, we have the luxury of having the folks on here from Kayak Bass Canada. We're going to be talking about, of course, their upcoming CHEO event that's happening this weekend. Plus, we got a whole bunch of draws to do. I think there's 2, but there's a whole bunch of names. So I'm expecting a whole bunch of people to show up to see who is going to be taking home some serious hardware, some great prizes to be had. And as the numbers continue to climb, we want to thank all the KBC community members for joining us tonight. Speaking of championship, this was the championship weekend this past weekend for the NCOO. And I'd love to know, Dan, I didn't get a chance to keep up to date with the results. Where are we at? How'd we do? How'd you do?
I didn't even get out. Honestly, I was actually bass fishing. It's a walleye championship, and I ended up bass fishing because I'm prepping for a tournament. So yeah, it didn't go well for me, but it was pretty awesome. So it was nice. We closed up the weekend series, and of course, thanks to Garnet Rentals and Esperanza, so Tyler and Georgie, we awarded the generator this weekend. So congratulations to Maddox Lavoie, who put on a very impressive weight. It was 35 pounds, 33 pounds for his top 3 fish. So phenomenal bag. And then
Peter lost?
Pardon me?
Was it Peter? Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Lost?
Patrick unfortunately didn't even walk away with the prize this time around.
No way.
Yeah, it was kind of a rarity to see that one. His name, we've gotten used to seeing him up here, didn't we?
Buddy, is his last name Lamour? Is it Patrick Lamour or Lamer?
Lamour, I think it is.
Lamour.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Was I fishing with him this weekend? Like, how did he not catch? Like, he's been catching donkeys the whole time.
And it might be just like the rest of us because, seasons change, the weather condition. Like I know here, that's why the area I tried to go walleye fishing and I couldn't get my boat in. So I had to regroup, and the bite here is small and the big ones are just plain hard to get. And yeah, Maddox Lavoie got into a great bite. It was 33.51 is total weight for pounds. And obviously we want to congrats Steve Johnson as well for getting 2nd place and Spencer Pizzuto for getting 3rd place. So they did well.
Second place.
So you got 2nd place, yeah. And actually, Spencer was the closest one.
Congrats, buddy. Wow.
Spencer beat out Braden Hanna by like 0.3 pounds, like just at the last hour that happened. So yeah, we just came out there. So congrats to all of our sponsors, Moxie's Bait and Tackle and Lively, Trading Post in Sault Ste. Marie, Sure Catch Beach here in Spanish, and as well as Fishy Bang. That's for putting on a great event. And we had a good meeting today. Me and Tyler, we're already planning next year's event. So we're already jumping on board for that. And we got the Ontario Triple Crown on the go right now, which is actually a perfect event for kayak fishermen.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because Christian just said, when will we have a CFN walleye kayak tournament?
There you go.
Wow.
Give us some ideas for dates and we'll get her going.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, of course, the Triple Crown continues, and anybody that wants to sign up that likes to catch bass, the odd walleye, and of course those toothy critter pike, this is the event for you. Dan, yes. Tell us a little bit of a snippet in regards to how it works and how people get involved.
Yeah, so it's I'll give you a quick rundown on it. It's on the Fishy Bang. I'm so sorry, my mind's somewhere else. It's on the Fish Donkey platform, so you can register online at at fishdonkey.com or through the app, and just look up for the Ontario Triple Crown. sign up for. And just enter. The rules are all there. The know-how's all there. So it's your top 3 biggest walleye, your top 3 biggest bass, and the largest pike. It's all done length-based, catch, take a measurement, and a release video, and that's all we need.
And I will say this:
started June 27th.
Kayak tournament anglers, they get that. They understand this better than anybody. So,
right.
Great segue into what we're going to be talking about tonight. But for anybody who wants to involve themselves, by all means, please head over to www.fishdonkey.com to register. It is the Triple Crown. Is it Ontario Triple Crown or just Triple Crown?
Ontario Triple Crown, and it ends on July 31st. And so this is just one that we kind of snuck this one in, and as people kind of realized it was happening, it was already a weekend, but you can register anytime. It's 24 hours before you can enter a catch. Just keep that in mind. You can't just catch a big fish and decide to register it. And it's no different than most of the platform summer anglers, but Anglers Atlas does. But yeah, especially with CHEO right there, perfect.
It is a heck of a segue. Well, without further ado, let's get on our special guest. But before we do that, I want everybody to take a quick look at this video. It really kind of sums up what KBC does and how they go about it and the reason that they do what they do. The one thing I will say is I am absolutely blown away every time I get together with these folks up at the CHEO event, or when we host something here on the POW'er Hour, or just in general, looking through some of the events and initiatives that they're a part of. They always seem to raise a whole whack of money. And it started many, many years ago. I'm not exactly sure how old this video is, but for those who are part of the KBC community, you will already know. Let's have a quick look before we bring in Aaron and our good buddy, Jason Brock.
This tournament is to benefit the Ronald McDonald Charities in Ottawa. I'm just here to support a great cause. It's wonderful. I think they've raised already $4,000 for the Ronald McDonald Charities, and I'm just thrilled about that. I mean, I grew up in a very troubled environment, and it's just great to have a benefit like this to support those families.
I've been kayak fishing for about 6 years. So myself and my partner, my fishing partner Daniel, we come all the way from Montreal to fish these tournaments here in the Ottawa area.
I really enjoy the friendship and the camaraderie, if you want to put it that way. Everybody's a little bit competitive, but it makes for a fun day on the water. Rather than being in the office,
Tough. It's bites slow and throwing everything, and nothing's happening. Talked to a few guys, and they got the same game going on. So, well, there's always hope, and there's lots of hours left. So, if there's a will, there's a way. Just throw enough out there, and something will stick at some point.
We have 60 anglers, so 100% of the proceeds are going to the charity in support of Ronald McDonald House. There's a lot of sponsors on board. They really stepped up for us and, you know, made the event special. Lots of prizes to hand out. You know, tide fishing is exploding in Canada. It's big in the States, but it's catching on here.
So it's really nice to present first place to James Collins.
Wow. Wow. What a great video that is. Holy smokes. Well, long time no see. I tell you, Aaron, I can barely remember your name. Jason Brock, it's hard to remember what you even look like. It seems like just yesterday that we were talking to you about something to do with kayak fishing. I can't remember. I digress. No, I'm just kidding. It is an honor to have you, Jay, back with us. And, of course, Aaron, to talk about this upcoming weekend's pretty cool event, and it's quite an initiative, the CHEO event. It's something that is near and dear to your guys' hearts. You have made it near and dear to mine and Danny's heart, and of course, we're going to spread the news across CFN and our entire community in regards to what this event is all about, where it started, and perhaps maybe how people can get involved. But I'll leave it with a hello. Aaron, Jay, by all means, you guys have the first word.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, CFN. Thank you, CFNers and KBC Nation. I can't see how many people are watching, but I'm sure we've got a pretty good turnout, and we're really fortunate. I mean, we have a great community of kayak anglers that support us wholeheartedly, and we're seeing those results this year, and as well as the sign up for today or Saturday's event on White Lake for CHEO. So. I think we have 77 or 78 signed up. We've got a few more spots available. There'll be a fury of guys sign up on Friday, but you know, if you're thinking about it, you know, jump in, get your registration in, and get your money over, and you'll be able to participate on Saturday. So, Aaron, do you want to talk about the history? Go for it.
Sure. First off, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Let's give a shout out to Scottie Martin, Danny Bacon, and
I'm not hearing any sound from Aaron.
The CFN guys here.
I can hear him.
Yeah. Jay,
okay, you guys can hear him?
If you exit out and then come back in. Try exiting out and coming back in. It might change things. Sorry, okay. Aaron, you can go ahead and continue.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to thank Scottie and Danny. CFN is, you know, we partnered with you guys last year, and you've been just amazing hosts on the shows. You've taken things to a new level for us. You're very gracious. So on behalf of our membership, I'd like to thank both you guys for all you do for us at Kayak Bass Canada and, you know, the fishing community across Canada, because KBC is all about East Coast to West Coast, and so are you guys. So shout out to the CFN guys here.
Thank you, buddy.
This event started, you know, 6 years ago. Our very first event was for Ronald McDonald Charities, and it was one of my friends, Serge Parody, that came up with let's do Ronald McDonald House. I had stayed there when my wife's mother was doing cancer treatment, so it was kind of close to our heart. The second year we decided, you know, let's branch out to CHEO. It's a bigger organization. There's a lot of things going on. Ronald McDonald House is a smaller part of CHEO, and we thought, you know, we're going to go with that, and we just stayed with it, and it just grew, and more people became involved. I think we had 15 guys originally wanted to sign up. We ended up with pushing 40, 50, 60, and it just blew up from there. Our first year was $6,000. I think our second year was 12 for CHEO. Then we did 22 for CHEO. These are rough numbers. And then we got into the bigger numbers of, you know, the 40 and upper $40,000 like last year. And, you know, Jason came in and stepped in 2 years ago to help me out. We were short a coordinator, and he did such an amazing job. I just set the hook and didn't let him go. Jason's been a godsend with our club and CHEO, and together with him and people like Joel Segan and Robert Farnsworth, Casey Williams, Serge Parody in the past, Jay Brown, yeah, the list goes on and on. Steve Veit from Hard Knocks. There's so many guys that help out with this event. I couldn't count them on my fingers. This is not a one or two man show. There's a lot of sponsors, a lot of people. I know Joel Segan this year has already hit $7,000 in fundraising by himself. It's just incredible. So it's growing every year, and I couldn't be happier to see these new people and how much joy it brings to the people that are involved.
Dan, I had the pleasure of being there, and if there's anything I can share from my experience is what an emotional moment it is to unveil the check, to show the final tally. When this gets flipped over and everybody gets to see it, there is a resounding cheer. You hear everybody clapping, and then you see people realize it sinks in, and it becomes an emotional thing. And of course, when you're handing any charitable organization, any nonprofit organization, $45,000, that should be an emotional event. It should be. It should hit you pretty hard, because it was awesome to see. It was an honor to be there. It was an honor to see it firsthand. And all I can say to the KBC community is hats off. My good Lord. We have one of your members that thinks we're going to hit 50 plus this year. I think if you match this year with everything that's going on in the world and how our economies and cost of living, and you hit $45,000 again this year, that is a heck of an accomplishment. I can't imagine you hitting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally agree. I do agree with you. The flipping of the check is pretty emotional for Aaron and I. And for all the other people that put a lot of time and effort into making that event work. It's not something that just happens over a weekend. It's, we're planning this a year in advance, and sometimes even longer than that. We're planning 2 years out on, what we want to do, how we want to make it look. And so, flipping that check and seeing that number and adding up all the funds is a very emotional experience for me. One of the most emotional things I've done. And, it's an incredible moment, because there's so much hard work and sweat equity that's gone into that. And, Aaron gives me a lot of props, but this guy, he's the visionary. He's the one that dreamed this up. He's the one that rallies the troops. He's the one that, shares in all the successes, but also, pats us on the back when we fail a little bit in certain areas. So it's, Aaron's got a lot. He's dedicated a lot to that in KBC, and it's a lot of time away from his wife and his family. And, he's very passionate about this, and it actually makes it really easy for others to jump on board when we see what he's able to do and what he's able to pull off. So Aaron, kudos to you. I know the next 2 days after CHEO, you kind of just melt down and just lay on the couch for 2 days and have someone feed you bonbons and fresh fruit and fan you and stuff like that. So I know you've got your whole entourage ready to do that for you. So
that's hilarious.
You deserve it. You deserve it, buddy. It's, people should know that you've dedicated your life to this. And, I want to do everything in my power to make sure that we succeed, or you succeed at this, because I know what the dedication that you've put in.
Amen. Well
Thank
said.
you.
And it seems to be shared amongst your group, Aaron. Christian made a very that's a heartfelt comment, and I completely agree and concur with that. No kid should be sick, and no parent should be seeing their kids suffer. That's the most unfortunate thing as a parent to have to witness and be involved in, is watching your kids suffer. But you do take a little bit of that sting away, certainly. And it is a big deal in the fishing community, I will say, to raise that kind of money, because I don't know too many people this side of the border are raising that kind of money for any initiative. So all the power to KBC, and of course you, Aaron, for managing to do this every year. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a team effort. You look at that picture right there, Scottie. I mean, there's so many people every year that donate. Like we have anglers that are donating prizes that are worth 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times their entry fee. We have a couple that donated, over $1,000 worth of fishing merchandise. We have other members who are in, the sheet metal shop late at night, plasma cutting Kayak Bass Canada signs and painting them for us. Like, it's like Jason said, the sweat equity and the pride and the honor and the love that goes into everybody participating, whether they're popping a tent, buying a product, or making it. It's really, makes me have a lot of faith in humanity and see that, people really are good. And that's what drives me and Jason and other people to keep doing this every year. Is it really just brings out the best in everybody. I guess that really sums it up.
No, well said. Absolutely. Dan, as I said, you see a lot of initiatives up in the north, and you guys do raise some big money as well. But when you see figures of $40,000 and $50,000 being thrown around, that money can go a long way for any kind of initiative up in the North Country.
Just anywhere in general, and that's I'm a survivor thanks to Toronto Sick Kids. They saved my life back in '82, and you're talking about Ronald McDonald's house there. That's where my mom stayed the whole time when I was going through my treatments and stuff like that. So so it's kind of near and dear to me as well, and I support all that 100%. Everybody should. It's nothing that goes lightly. So, I'm very proud of what you guys are doing. And when you flip that check over and everybody takes it, well, because that's the victory for everybody. So everybody has a sharing in that. So it's not just one person winning; it's everybody. So they did a great job, and they keep doing it.
100%.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, the charity needs money to continue to do what they do. But it's every little bit of awareness towards the charity is what's important. It's not always the financial amount. It's, tonight we're talking about, CHEO and this event that we put on, and it's bringing awareness to the charity and to CHEO. And, everybody contributes in a different way. CFN's contributing by allowing us to do this fantastic podcast, this awesome platform. We've got people that can't make it but want to be there who do fundraising for us. We have people that come and help, and just all they can offer is volunteer. They don't have a lot of financial means. All of that stuff together brings awareness for the charity and grows the awareness about CHEO, and puts it more on people's heart to either go and volunteer, help, give money, whatever anybody is able to do is accepted and wonderful. And that's what it's about. It's not all about the money. The money's great, and we raise a lot of money, and that's fantastic. But we're really trying to bring awareness to CHEO and the cause for CHEO.
Well, I dare say you guys do a Herculean job at that. It really is something to be witness of. It's a speechless moment, because, as I said, when you guys flip over that check, it is something to behold. And there's a lot of kids that scream out thank you at the same time as you're flipping that check. So good on you for doing it, and we look forward to seeing it again this year. And of course, the much awaited total of what it is that you as KBC managed to raise. Really cool stuff. Obviously, Aaron, we have a ton of sponsors to thank before we get to the good stuff. And I'm sure this could take almost the entire evening, but I'll let you take I'll let you take a crack at it.
It's a very busy banner. First off, I have to give a shout out to CSI Leasing. Props to Jason Brock and his team for bringing us this corporate sponsor. CSI Leasing matches us this year again for $10,000. We have 100 anglers coming in at $50 each. That's $5,000. Right off the bat, we're starting at $15,000. So it's amazing the support CSI Leasing gives us. They donated, an iPad Pro and a laptop. They put in on some of the other items that we have. It's unbelievable the stuff that we have on this banner. Mackie Homes, he's a builder that I'm working for, Custom Homes in Arnprior. beautiful singles if you guys are looking for somewhere to live in the country. You know, he stepped up, matched us for $1,500. I know Joel Segan's brought on sponsors, you know, $200, $400, $500, $600 sponsors. And then, you know, we have everybody else. I see CFN, you know, posting our podcast. Scottie's got a dry suit for us. Shimano is one of our big supporters. Yak Attack, Frontenac Outfitters. The list, I could go on for hours. You know, and that's what it takes to raise that kind of money is, you know, so many hands. Nobody's worried about, not one sponsor has ever said, well, you can't really see my logo. I'm not sure if it's worth me donating because no one really, I'm getting lost in the Where's Waldo picture. And, you know, no one has ever looked at it that. I had an angler comment that it reminded him, Ernie Sermon said it reminded him of Where's Waldo. Ernie's another one of our fundraisers. He's been hammering it out, raising money for the event. So shout out to Ernie. But, you know, none of the sponsors care about logo placement or how big their logo is or whether there's a conflict of interest, another company that's a competitor. It's kind of like all the rules of sponsorship / pro staff / marketing go out the window for this event because everybody's just, I feel, in it for the right reasons. So that's what makes up our banners, just a whole lot of compassion.
It's awesome, buddy. Awesome to see. And with that, of course, you know, you have a tightly knit group, which is a very impressive community of sponsors, people that are wanting so badly to make a difference. And you have created and hosted an event that folks can and feel proud of being a part of that event, whether they're donating, whether they're participating, whether they're just sharing some of the content in the feeds. As I said, it's something that we all can be proud of. And when I saw that check being unveiled last year, I was like, holy smokes. Not too many fishing communities I know of in Canada are able to raise that kind of money. So again, testament to you folks. With that being said, of course, you know, we talked about some of the incredible prizes, some of the incredible people, some of the blood, sweat, and tears that are put in. Of course, you have a prize table that is second to none, and there is an awful lot of stuff that will be available, I'm sure, again this year.
Yeah, the prize tables are going to be full. I know this year things are going to be a little different. There has been, I mean, the weather keeps changing. It's crazy with all these wind currents that are coming in, moving systems around, but they're saying we're going to have some rain and a possible thunderstorm in the afternoon. But it's changing day to day. It's hard to say. Just to be on the safe side, Jason and I have gone ahead and secured a 30 by 30 special events tent like you'd see at a wedding. So we're going to have a big tent. There's going to be 12 tables underneath it, full of prizes for people to do raffle draws. We're going to have our 10 by 10 KBC tent and a 10 by 10 Swimbird tent and another 10 by 10 personal tent. So there'll be some spots, you know, that guys can duck out if we get a little bit of rain. But I advise guys, bring your rain gear, bring your umbrellas, just in case. Hopefully the system will pass. But the most important thing is that all these sponsors' prizes stay dry, and the tables will be under that 30 by 30 tent where guys can come in, take a look, place their tickets where they want, and you know, duck out of the rain if we end up having a whole lot of rain. But do bring your rain gear, guys. We also have, this year, we're not going to have a barbecue. We're going to have a food truck, which is really cool. It's a gentleman named Reggie. He's a Red Seal chef who opened up his own food truck. It's called Scratchbox Gastro Truck. Love the name. And Reggie's going to be dishing up some amazing food. Everything he makes is made from scratch, hence the name Scratchbox. Nothing comes out of a bag, a container, or a can. The only thing he doesn't make is the buns. Everything else is, even the gravy is made from his brisket drippings. So it's gourmet food. Expect to pay about $14 for a monster loaded burger. And there'll be poutine, like a loaded poutine is probably another $6, $8, maybe $10. And you can get, you know, shaved pulled pork, brisket on your poutine. It's really gourmet food truck, not chip stand truck food. But expect to pay $25 a person if you want, the loaded burger and the pile of poutine. But the food's going to be amazing. This guy has, 50 5-star ratings on Facebook, and his Google is 4.8 stars out of 5 on thousands of reviews. So we did our homework when we hired Reggie to come out. We'll be selling the drinks. So any of the drinks that you buy, 100% of the proceeds will be going back to CHEO, because all the drinks are donated by No Frills. And the other cool thing is the swag bags. Everybody's going to get a swag bag when you come in. You're going to pay your $10 parking fee, and that's regardless of whether you're launching at the marina or not. You're going to get an identifier inside your swag bag that already has the code printed on it, and it's going to be laminated, waterproof. You're also going to get a bottled water, a bag of chips, a granola bar, a Slim Jim pepperette, an issue of the summer edition of Kayak Angler magazine, which has one of our own, Tyler Desjardins, on the cover. He'll be there attending, so kind of cool, Tyler. Right on, buddy. And inside will also be a tournament koozie, complement of Little Suckers with our event banner on it, and a Kayak Bass Canada buff in cryptic camo with this logo, compliments of Little Sucker. So the swag bags are pretty cool this year too. So look for the big 30 by 30 tent, the food truck by Scratch Box, and your swag bag as soon as you roll in the morning. Wow. The gates are going to open at 5:30. Please do not arrive earlier than that. It's a private road, private marina. Line up on the right shoulder, and there's absolutely zero camping overnight. Tent, cars, no camping allowed, private marina, private road. So 5:30, the gates open.
That's awesome.
Aaron, should we tease them? Like, we have a Blackstone as one of the
Jay, you go on
prizes.
about some of the prizes. I know we have an
Yeah.
XI3. That's
We
kind
had
of
an
cool.
Yeah, we got some really big prizes this year. Previous years we had more smalls. This year we've got, the XI3 motor guide, spot lock, bow mount motor, which is fantastic. I've run a couple of those for several years. Recently upgraded mine, but we've got a Milwaukee package, tool
Two Milwaukee
package.
packages, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got, the Blackstone. We've got, what am I missing?
We've got a 45 quart Orion cooler, just came up from Tennessee.
Yes.
We've got a Jackson Kayak Angler bite from Zach Fittis, which is really cool. We've got some electronics, laptops, iPad Pros. The laptop, I believe, is an Elite Book. And we have some really cool stuff like swim baits from Narc Baits. Hashimoto Concepts did a custom for us. There's a lot of really cool prizes. I have to look through my book, Jay. I mean, I probably have 10 or 15 pages of prizes that Rob and I are going to start sorting out.
So,
Expect about 30 raffle draws.
so guys, bring cash. If you don't, there will be an Interact machine by CHEO.
Oh,
So
yeah.
CHEO will have an Interact machine. We'll be able to take Interact this year.
Yeah.
So CHEO's sending 3 people this year to help support the event. So they're putting a lot of eyes on this event, CHEO. They recognize it as one of their signature community events, and we're really proud of that. And they're sending us some more reinforcements to help the KBC Army raise some funds for CHEO. So we're thrilled about that. And one of the initiatives that many of our KBC communities has seen, and the fishing kayak life has seen, is that Aaron and I were trying to find ways to raise more money in advance of the ticket sales of the day of. And so tonight, we're really excited to raffle off 2 amazing prizes that we were able to collect and sell tickets for in advance. And so being able to sell these tickets in advance takes a little less pressure off us the day of to kind of reach that 46, 47, $50,000 mark. So, thanks to our friends at CSI Leasing, we have this fantastic bona fide skiff, which is close to a $2,000 value. We've raised, Aaron, are we over 3,000 for this?
Yeah, we're close to 3,000 on that, and the cooler. Altogether, I think we're in or around over $5,000 between the two. So Both items have raised some money.
So between entry fees, these two items, and the CSI match, we're already at $20,000 before we even start the day. So
Yeah.
that has never happened to us before. Where we're going into the day of
Well,
the
in the
event.
link, Jay, remember we've got the link is I
And
think
we've
12
got
grand.
the link. I mean, what are we, 10,000 on the link or
12.
more? 12,000. So we're actually at 32.
Yep.
Wow.
So and ticket sales typically are somewhere around 12 to 15 the day of.
Yep.
So we're on track.
We're on pace.
Aaron and I freak out, 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance, thinking there's no way we can pull this off. Like, this is, the economy, and people are, the cost of food and gas and everything that's going on, and the pressure that people are feeling financially. And somehow, some way, things kind of work out. So we're feeling pretty confident. We need, if anybody believes in the big fella upstairs and can control the weather for us, that would be the only thing that we're kind of concerned about. But we've taken
Yeah.
some remedies to take that pressure off. We've got the tents. We want people to be safe. Only kayak fish in waters that you are comfortable in. If you're not comfortable on the water, you please get off. To keep your PFD on the entire time and get yourself to a safe ground. If there's lightning or if there's waves or tides that you're not comfortable with, please don't push yourself. There's been a lot of kayak flipping this season already, and lots of different trails, not in KBC in particular, but a lot of trails, and people have been fortunate because they were wearing their PFDs. They lost a few items, and you can replace those, but you can't replace your life, and your loved ones need you to go back to them. So please use wisdom when you get on the water and make those right decisions. So are we ready to do a draw, guys? Or can we...
I'm itching to do a draw, Jay. I'm itching.
Okay.
I was going to say, because, at the end of this, like, Dan, I know this all gets shadowed, and perhaps, for those who have not been, and I'm looking at you just because I know you are new to this, there's a tournament that goes on. This isn't just a charitable organization doing a charitable thing to raise money. There's actually a tournament involved in all this as well. And you're going to be handing out, of course, big bass prizes as the day unfolds. We now explain this, Aaron. You've got third place. I believe you've got second place, and then you've got first place. Explain how you get first and third and second.
Okay, so we've got 4 awards. There's first, second, third, and big bass. We've always had that. These placards were made up by a good friend of mine. Shout out to Jay Brown. These awards are, they're pretty big. They're like a big check kind of. Anglers are going to get to take these home. We have a 3-fish stringer you upload on Fishing Chaos. Usually it's a 5-fish stringer at Kayak Bass Canada, but being a charity event, we want to introduce the sport to people that aren't really tournament anglers. We want to keep it fun. We don't want people stressed about getting a 5-fish limit. So it's 3 fish. Your 3 longest fish uploaded on the app is going to put you hopefully in first, second, third, or always that one cast can bring you big bass of the day. There's no payouts. Nobody receives any money. The anglers that win the prizes are going to win those placards and some goodies, and all the money goes to CHEO. It's the placards are for bragging rights and to show your friends in your garage or man cave when it's hanging on the wall.
Boom. Well done. Well, listen, before we do a draw, before we decide who's going to take home some hardware tonight, let's take a look back at what a CHEO event looks like.
We're here at White Lake Marina today for the 2nd annual Kayak Fishing Life benefit tournament for Tiny Hearts at CHEO. It's a super nice day, nice and warm. We have a little bit of a cool breeze, and we have over 91 registered anglers today. Our sponsors have really stepped up for us, so it's looking to be a great day on the water and an even better day at the ceremony.
This is my first event, and it's a lot of fun. It's challenging, so lots to learn, but I'm having fun.
All of the funds raised today through our entry fees, our online link, our raffle ticket sales, and our barbecue are all being matched by Canadian Pacific Railway. 100% of the funds are being donated to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario.
I went on the other side of the lake. I caught pike all morning. Beautiful day, having fun.
Had a great day today, caught a few bass. Got my first lunker on the new kayak, so all in all, 2 thumbs up.
Thanks everybody for coming out today. We had a really good turnout. Last year we had 60 guys, this year we had over 91 registrants, and I think 86 are here. So that's a really big growth. I know we raised a lot of money for CHEO. So between what we raised and CP matching us up to 10 grand, our grand total for this event is $22,000.
Truly impressive, lads.
Aaron, what's the total, Aaron, for the last 6 years? It's over 125,000.
It's hard to say. I mean, we started out small. Those videos were from our first season and our second season. I know just the last 2 years, Jay, like just this past year and the year before, the 2 years since you came on and we started working together, we're 91,000 for 2 years. I know that number. I would say, I think we're pushing 150K by now. I know CHEO had talked with us about possibly doing a placard or a brick in the new building, the new $220 integration center, with kayak fishing life on it, kind of like they do for the super, millionaire donators. So it'd be so cool to walk in CHEO and see kayak fishing life there that, are all these people in our community. So I'd say we're close to about $150,000, Jay. I know, or we're going to break that this year.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I think we're just under 150 somewhere. We're probably in the 140s.
Okay.
I'm having the same problem as I did last night when we did the Compre Conquer All Challenge. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, but I am frozen. I don't know what it is with the name wheel, but as soon as we bring it into the lobby, all of a sudden I just freeze. So unfortunately, my partner Dan is going to be he's going to have to be the more energetic one to keep this a live broadcast. But we are going to be giving away the first prize tonight. And of course, that is this incredible cooler of sustenance.
Now, is it full?
It is when you close your eyes, Dan.
There's 12 26-ounce bottles of spirits,
nice,
and a pile of beer and some koozies.
Very nice. So that's not just for show. You're actually giving away the cooler plus the bottle.
Oh no, those 12 26ers are part of the package.
Awesome.
It's a hydration package.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna start a nice little patio bar.
The box of regret.
Well said. All right. So are we just picking one name? I'm going to assume, Aaron. Is that the idea?
One name per draw, Scotty. 2 draws, 2 separate names.
All right. So what I'm going to ask
everybody's name and entries on this wheel. So
yeah,
if I can get somebody to pick a number between 1 and 10, so that we can shuffle the list and make it look legit, so that no one accuses us of doing anything that is not ethical or legal or anything else. We want to make it as random as possible. So a number between 1 and 10. First one to post a number in the comments between 1 and 10. We're going to use that, and we are going to shuffle the deck.
5.
First one to pop up is number 5. Thanks, Rick, for that. And we're going to shuffle this deck 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, there is your wheel. We're going to spin it, and whoever lands on takes home that incredible box of happiness. Good luck to everybody. I can't see the name, so we got to wait to see what pops up. I can't see a single name. So this is as random as it gets. We're all going to learn at the same time. Carly Downard.
Wow.
Congratulations, Carly Downard.
Wow. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
I believe she's Southern Ontario.
Oh, well, I'll take it to her.
Yeah.
Let me drive it right to her house.
Probably related to Mandy, and Mandy might be coming to CHEO, so
Yeah.
maybe she can bring it back for.
Yeah, I think I saw that in the comments.
Awesome.
Right on.
That's great.
Right on.
Congratulations. That's exciting.
That is.
That's a really nice Yeti Tundra with a fold-up handle, wheels, and it's in a really nice color called Firefly. So great cooler with some spirits to boot.
Right on. All right. Wow. We are moving right along. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
I do have a question. I don't want to slip away when we get back to talking about this year. You mentioned that the gates open at 5:30, and we want to break down because you're going to have spectators as well as anglers. So, like, what does your day look like for everybody when they start and how it ends, and going through that? So we'll have to touch base on that before we get too far in. Just to kind of fill in for me, because I haven't been there, so it's nice to know that if you're an angler, you're doing this for us. If you're a spectator, you got all this kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, so Aaron and I will be the welcoming committee. We'll help. We've got lots of volunteers that'll help guys get their kayaks off their roof, off their trailers, and into the water, getting ready to launch. And we're shaking hands, thanking everybody, and getting them on the water. And that's the primary focus. We'll have a Starbucks there, so there'll be coffee and some snacks for our anglers that have been graciously donated by Starbucks and a good friend of ours, Chris Agar. And so that's the primary thing. We're trying to get guys parked. There's only so much parking at the marina. And so we've got some parking attendants that are helping ram these cars and trailers and everybody into a spot so we can get everybody there, get them on the water, get the tournament started, the derby. And then I'll be judging the fish with Aaron, a little bit of Aaron's help. Aaron will be setting up the prize table and setting up the tents and working with our volunteers, coordinating our food truck, and getting the ticket sales ready, getting the CHEO volunteers coordinated on what they'll be doing and what, they'll be collecting money and selling tickets. And then we'll be waiting for the anglers to come off the water. And we usually takes Aaron and I a few hours to get all that done. We don't have much of a break that day, Aaron and I, or any of the volunteers that stay off the water. But that's pretty much in a nutshell, waiting for them to come off the water. And then we will know who the one, first, second, and third, and our big bass winners are. And, we'll start selling tickets. Guys will start getting some food in them. Lawn chairs will be set up. We'll have some music. Aaron and I will do some emceeing a little bit. We'll interview some people on how their day went. And, we'll start selling tickets. Guys will be putting them in the boxes for the certain draw prizes that they want to win. And once we have a cutoff time for the tickets, we'll start drawing these tickets, and winners will start being recognized for the awards that they've won. We'll hand out some more placards to the first, second, and third, and we'll close the day off usually around 3:30, 4 o'clock. We'll be flipping that check. So,
nice.
There's a huge anticipation, and the anglers are cheering and yelling and screaming and hugging and high-fiving and fist pumping, and it's an awesome time.
You got a lot going on in a short period of time, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes in. We try to mitigate a lot of the risk and the issues that we might have in advance. Aaron and I are talking weekly before the event and daily, 2 weeks to 3 weeks before the event. We're trying to talk through what we might see and how we can mitigate some of these problems. And, we've had some hiccups, but a lot of the anglers don't see it. A lot of the participants don't see it, and we kind of cover it up. And I don't mean like problems on the water or fish judging. I'm talking about, it could be as simple as, some of the food isn't what we thought it was going to be, those sort of things. But we roll with it and make the best of it. And it always turns out to be a great event. So it's really not just Aaron and I. It's really what the anglers bring, the energy that they bring, the participants, the volunteers really make the event. It's not Aaron and I. We just set the stage for it, and the anglers, they're the audience. CHEO is the reward, and so that shines on its own.
They're doing a great job because every year it's going up. So keep doing it. Don't change it.
Yeah, that's pressure, man. That's a lot of pressure that Aaron and I feel every year. So we hope this year we can do it. I felt a lot more optimistic last year, and we nailed it. I feel a little less optimistic this year, but we're going to be really close. And and I'm happy either way. Anything over 40,000 is a tremendous amount of money for CHEO, and that's a lot that they can do with that money. And we're blessed. A lot of us have healthy kids, and haven't had to use CHEO, but I can't imagine what it'd be like to have to, have a child that's sick and terminal and needs that kind of care. And so we're really fortunate. I'm fortunate that I haven't had to do that. So for me, my reward is just being able to put back into that community of CHEO and thank them that I didn't have to use those services, but other people need it, and it needs to be there for families that need it. And it's a tremendous charity, and they do a great job, and we're honored to be a part of it. So sorry about the long-winded.
No.
Well said. Carly is offering up anybody that is part of the KBC community to help her with her prize. I think she said that, even though I'm frozen. I think that's what I read here I'm just kidding. Carly's going to put that to good use. Congratulations, Carly, for winning that. And of course, we have one more small prize to give away, and it is this incredible bona fide kayak. Who donates this every year to Aaron?
I'll let you take it away, Jay.
Well, this is the first time we've done a pre-tournament draw for a kayak. We have a kayak that's donated by Frontenac Outfitters the day of, so we'll sell tickets for that the day of. This was the pre-sale bona fide, and this is courtesy of CSI Leasing. So this is a donation by CSI Leasing. All the funds and the tickets that were sold will go to CHEO. So nothing gets nothing gets put back into the coffers. It all goes to CHEO. So this is a fantastic prize. I think we're looking at almost close, somewhere around $1,800 for this with tax. So it's a really nice kayak, runs really well in the rivers. It's very narrow, lean, easy to paddle. It can be motorized if you want, but it's really sleek and easy to pond hop and get it off your car very fast and go for a quick, 2-hour session on the water somewhere.
Awesome stuff. All right, without further ado, let's share the screen. Let's bring in the name wheel and the reason I'm frozen, and we will ask the audience again a number between 1 and 10 so that we can shuffle the deck and make sure this is on the up and up and that it is as random and as raw as it possibly can be. So a quick number, 1 to 10. I'm going to shuffle the deck. We're going to find out who's taking home this incredible bona fide kayak. Is everything frozen? Are the comments frozen too? Oh.
Maybe. There we go. 7.
There we go. 7. All right, Steve. Thanks so much for that. We are going to shuffle the deck 7 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and lucky number 7. All right. Well, good luck to everyone that has donated. Good luck to all of the KBC community, and of course, I'd love nothing more than to see a name I recognize take home this incredible prize. Let's find out who it's gonna be.
There we go. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh. How many kayaks has she won in our event?
No way.
She's super lucky. Steph Robar, I know she always buys a lot of tickets at our events. Congratulations, Steph Robar.
She just keeps winning. Oh, it's incredible.
So she's won one before?
Oh, more than one.
A couple of years ago, she won a kayak. And then the very next year, her husband, Brian, won the kayak. But make no mistake, this couple not only can fish, but they bring money to our events. They buy tickets, and just like anything else, the more tickets you buy, the more chance you have to win, right?
She should be lining lottery tickets.
Well, there's definitely some luck involved. I mean, Stephanie Robar is very lucky. She won big bass a couple years back at our event too, put all the boys to shame.
And her raffle ticket numbers were drawn a lot. She went, I think she needed a U-Haul to go home that year.
Yeah, she needed help for sure. But the Robars are big supporters. Both of them bring, a chunk of their paycheck to buy tickets, and that's what we love to see. So congratulations, Stephanie. Both prizes tonight were taken by the ladies, so pretty cool. I'm happy about that, considering the ratio of gentlemen to lady anglers. So that's kind of cool.
Thank you for everybody who bought tickets. Sorry you all can't be winners, but thank you for contributing and buying tickets to both those draws. It's tremendous to see the community step up again in every which way. So kudos to the angling community, the kayak community, and thank you very much, guys. And congrats to the winners.
Yeah, you guys are all winners in my book. Watching all these tickets come in and people getting excited to support. I saw a lot of guys say, if I don't win, it's all going to CHEO anyway. And it truly is. Both those prizes were paid for in cash. So every single penny goes to CHEO, which, I couldn't be happier about.
Steph and Brian, you better bring your trailer because I'm bringing that kayak with me to CHEO. So you're going to need room in your vehicles to take it home.
Well,
or you can take it up from my house on the way there. It's up to you. Yeah, I know you guys live down my way now, so we'll work something out. Reach out to me. We'll work something out.
Awesome.
Yeah. I have the cooler, so I'll be bringing it to the CHEO event. Everything will be inside it, and it can be picked up there. So just reach out to me, and we'll coordinate to make sure that you get your cooler and all its contents.
All 11 bottles, right?
Yeah, I think there's 10, 11. No, there's a dozen. But I'd like to take this, guys. We're getting close to our hour. I know that's Scottie's magic number. I'd like to thank everybody who participated, everybody who fundraised, everybody that's signing up. Danny Bacon and Scottie Martin and CFN for all they do for us. You guys are rock stars, man. There's still 20 some spots left. We cap at 100. I know there'll be guys that sign up tomorrow on Fridays. That's normal. People sign up the night before. But sign up, send your $50 e-transfer to Jason. Sign up on the app for free and get your spot, guys, because once we hit that 100, the app will be closed for registration.
Right on. Awesome. Well, I look forward to spending this Saturday with you two gents. And
yeah, you're coming, Scottie. That's so cool.
Absolutely. And of course, to this gem, I want to wish you well this weekend. Obviously, you are on the road and hopefully in search of some hardware across the pond, across the border. And
nice.
Snub a few American anglers by bringing home some prizes, Danny. So
I'm looking for my big text as well there. So,
and the other thing I don't want to happen is for you to make another viral video. So, knock on wood, fingers crossed. Let's hope there's no other issues.
My daughter's working on hers now instead.
Danny to do is to go viral again.
Keep your tires on.
Yeah, Dan, I'll leave the last word to you, but I just want to say thanks so much for your time, Aaron and Jay. Of course, KBC and your entire community. I can't say enough about you folks. You are all gems and you're all winners in my eyes. And I look forward to rubbing shoulders with you this weekend. Danny, I leave you with the last word.
Congratulations to the ladies. Enjoy your prizes and that, and good luck this weekend. And KBC, your entire community, you guys should all be very proud of what you guys are doing. You guys are doing a fantastic job. And Aaron and Jason, keep going in the direction. You're going in the right way.
Thank you.
Thanks, gents. Thanks, guys.
Right on. With that, we will see you all next Wednesday for the POW'er Hour. Thanks so much for joining us. Have yourselves a great weekend, because we are.
Night, everyone.